Hey guys, Coach Ray here from my kitchen, and I was sitting and I was enjoying, nice weather, and I heard like there's some arm wrestling drama, and pretty much I'm gonna catch some hate from I don't know, but let's figure out from who. We'll see. Kieran Morrison, John Thompson, Uncle Jon, Armor Super Match, Pradeep, Ryan, Neil, Devin, Beerman. Who hasn't been involved in this? And I've been kind of paying attention, but not really because I have better stuff to do. But it's a big topic, and people sending me messages with your thoughts, and they're like, okay, on Fix you said this, and they kind of they understand where my position is, and what I see on the internet right now, it's one side just saying like, oh, it's all fine, don't worry about it, and the other one's like, ban Uncle Jon for life. Where do I sit with that? I would say kind of in the middle. So I was there. I was in Arm Wars. I was right there. I was watching, and I didn't see it. All I saw was Uncle Jon pushing Kieran's arm off the pad, his elbow coming off, him getting a foul. I didn't see that because it happened so fast, and it wasn't a talking point in the house. Like for me, I was sitting right there on a couch watching the premiere, and I was like, "What's happening here?" I didn't notice, I didn't see, and I was as shocked as everyone else watching, because it wasn't even a moment in the house because it happened so fast. On the tape, it looks way worse, and yeah, but we have to address it for sure. So this will be a surprise, and maybe some people, maybe Uncle Jon's gonna get angry with me, but he's playing a character. That's not John Thompson. That's Uncle Jon. Jon is not your high level arm wrestler. He wants to be entertaining. He wants to bring more attention to arm wrestling. He wants to do good for community. He's a big fan of WWE, as you know if you've been following him, and he plays a character, and that character is Uncle Jon. So he gets into this character, and I think in that moment, because I don't feel like he wanted to hurt Kieran. I don't think he wanted to hurt Kieran. I think Devin kind of said it perfectly, where he said he was trying to make a point. I can hold you on my fingers, and I will, I can press you and finish you, and where you going, things like that. And it kind of went too far. He was in that moment. He got lost in that moment, and understand where that happens. Like if you haven't been arm wrestling, if you haven't been in combat sports, if you haven't, anything, you don't understand how easy it is to get lost in a moment. People are angry at me when I scream on table. I don't even remember that. That's not me. That's the guy that goes to arm wrestle. So I understand what he did, and it's in no way or shape or form I'm going to say like, oh, that's okay to do. No, it was terrible. If someone would did it to me, I would be really, really pissed. And some people have done similar things to me in the matches. The best way to do, and Kieran did it perfectly, was to keep his composure. We're lucky that he didn't get injured. He was injured, it was a different conversation. I don't think you can break his arm in that position. I think it's easier to, strain the elbow or put something on your muscle tendons, something like that, but not really break his arm. I don't think that's the correct way or use, because I don't know. For me, it's okay. I understand. Not only understand, but I would be really pissed if something like that happened to me or in competition that I would do, and I would, react accordingly. I think Neil got lost in a moment for a second. He should either, stop the match, or referee should stop the match and said like, you cannot do that. You just lost a round, and you're happy we're not disqualifying you. And that should have been something like that. And that would, gone with most of the issues. These things happen in arm wrestling. They're very rare, but sometimes guys will get carried away. I, as an arm wrestler, I know how to break your arm. Like if you arm wrestling, and you arm wrestling for quite some time, you know how to break your opponent's arm. Not only that, you know how to hurt them. We choose not to, because as much as I want to arm wrestle, I know they want to arm wrestle. I want to beat you. I don't want, like, if I hurt you, and then we cannot have a match because you are hurt. So most arm wrestlers don't think like that. It's like just complete douchebags. And I don't think Uncle Jon is a douchebag. I don't think he did it intentionally. I think he just carried away in the moment. Didn't do intentionally as people would think he would do. He still did it. We saw him doing it. So this is for me, the big thing is where do we go? You know, some people are like cancel, disqualifying. Uncle Jon's been kind of, you know, out of it because he's disappointed with himself, and I would be disappointed with myself. And sometimes I have done, you know, screaming in the matches where people didn't like it, or when I do, like I have some situations where I did double pins, not happy about it, but I have to, you know, like, you know, chill down, take, you know, stop, you get lost in the moment, don't do it ever again, you know. So if you would see a pattern of Jon just going around and doing those things, and people will point to that video where he said he'll break the finger, again, I think that's a character. I'm really sure that's a character. So with 6 minutes and 10 seconds of me just talking about this subject, where do I stand? I think in future we need to do something. I don't know if we can do anything now. This match was 6 months ago. It was January, you know. So 6 months ago this happened. Jon apologized to the guy. He apologized to Neil. He apologized to the promotion. As much as I know, Kieran is not angry. We're happy that the situation, I think he got his lesson. But, you know, where this community wants to go, what do they, you know, they turn your back on him and you whatever. I think that's punishment as well. If I would see something more like that coming from Uncle Jon, where he just like tries to injure you, push you or whatever, like really intentionally, then I would say, yeah, well, clearly I will not arm wrestle with this guy, and that this guy shouldn't arm wrestle here or there or whatever. You know, I will understand it, but you know, everyone makes mistakes, and we kind of need to, you know, as much as everyone wants to stay holy, all of us make mistakes. I think promotion like Armor should be, and I think Neil already done it, like he will pay more attention to things like that happen in future, and either disqualify guys or, you know, lose the rounds or anything else. Because we're happy that Kieran didn't get injured. And if he was injured, that would be a completely different story. And I would be saying completely different things, because I would say like this, luckily we have the second chance. We have a second chance, and Uncle Jon has a second chance. Like, okay, just, you know. And him and Kieran, they had, this was right arm match. I think it was right arm match. And then they had a left arm match, which I thought, in my head, when I was watching the video, I thought it was the other way around, which was an awesome match. And it wasn't even a, you know, talking point. Some people are saying like, you know, it's fine, you can hurt your opponent, you can do those things, whatever, where I do not agree there. If I want my arms to be, you know, broken or whatever, I would have gone in jiu-jitsu. It would have done different things. In arm wrestling, we have, I think this is gentlemen's fighting. Or two gentlemen fighting, or two, you know, ladies fighting. It doesn't matter. You get on table, there are a set of rules. There are a set of untold rules that go deeper than the superficial rules. And you fight there, and you have your, you know, things. Injuries happen all the time, but no one is really attempting to injure anyone else. If they do, you know, well, there should be precautions. And especially when they do it again and again and again. If someone just made a bad move, you know, like I'll give an example. I feel terrible of it, but when I had a match with Craig Sanders, I think in round 3, after I pinned him, I did this, and people thought like I was trying to hit him or throw a fist. I was so happy that I top rolled him. And I just did this. You know how people sometimes do that? But if you look from one angle, it looks like I'm going straight for his head. And I just stopped there. And it's like, you know, even visuals look different than it was in a real arm wrestling match. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think, so to put everything in a box, I think it was wrong. I would be very angry if someone did it something similar to me or anyone I see, or like as a promoter, as I do competitions here in Latvia, if someone did that, yeah, there would be repercussions and things like that. Either they wouldn't arm wrestle that day, or they have something, for sure. There's no doubt about it. I think response should have been different from Neil. He should have just, or referee, not even Neil, referee was there. Referee should have just stop. You cannot do that. You're gonna get disqualified. You lose a round. Move forward. Done. But I don't think anyone should, lose everything they have and stop, being a big part of community for one thing. Plus, they put it out on tape. They talk with Uncle Jon. They talk with Kieran. Do you want us to put it out? Because they could have just leave the match inside and people would never know. But they put it out because I feel like it's a teaching moment. It's something that happens in arm wrestling, and as bad as it is, I think it's good for arm wars. More people are noticing arm wars, which I think is the best promotion. Like I love arm wars matches like nothing else. The things that they do, anyone else don't do anything close as them. All the matchmaking, all those things, it's always interesting to watch, interesting to see, interesting to be part of. So a little controversy is kind of good. I don't know where the community will go, because it doesn't matter because what everyone else thinks. Community, like, you have all the power. If you say like fuck Uncle Jon and we will not watch his videos anymore, I think you have good right to be there, But if you will see that this Friday's match versus Kieran Morrison, I think it was left-handed, you'll forgive him at least 50%, I guarantee it, because that was an epic match. Yeah, I think it's left arm. So, I don't know. A lot of back and forth. Like, if you try to injure someone intentionally, you do it most of the time and keep doing it, you shouldn't be part of our community. Like, I want to do arm wrestling safe. I want all my people that I coach, all my juniors, so it doesn't matter, masters, to be safe on table. If someone doesn't try to injure them intentionally, So, yeah. Like, okay, it's 12 minutes, but if I'm going, I'm going. So when I started pressing, I was scared that I would put people in danger. So when I started pressing, I developed a little bit more of rotation coming in. So either with the supinator or with my wrist. So as soon as I get on a press, I wouldn't be bone to bone. I would be rotating them down and pressing them down where they are safe. If I arm wrestle you and you have never arm wrestled before, there's super small chance we'll meet in a hook. If we meet in a hook, I will pull your arm again all the way down and pull you away from your bicep as much as possible. Most of the time, I'm going to top roll you to keep you safe. I think that's one of the most important part about arm wrestling, to bring in more people, we need to keep everyone safe. So I don't think Uncle Jon's a bad dude. I think the situation, like, again, I didn't see it. I didn't know it existed until last Friday. So yeah, I don't know if it made someone angry. These are my thoughts. This is how I think. I don't think someone should be canceled, especially when they feel remorse and they want to apologize. And I feel like he did. He apologized to the guy that he did to. And at this point, I'm going in circles. So let me know in comment section how angry you are with me and what kind of douchebag am I, or no backbone. Because everyone's from one side. You're like, yeah, we should just smash arms, and everyone's like, we should never touch arms at all. So, yeah.